These are the champions. Dum, 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 dum. These are the champions.
We are not doing this video unless I'm holding my good luck charm, which is my ball.
I will hide it before
No, you
the
won't.
Champions League clash.
If you think I'm going to leave it alone before the Champions League clash, you are highly mistaken, mister. This thing is staying with me while I stress.
Yes, I'm a die-hard Man United fan, but I too am a die-hard Real Madrid fan. So I will be backing Madrid all day, every day.
Is always against me.
You know what's coming for you. You're
don't.
afraid. You've been telling me every day since that draw
I know.
that you are afraid of Real Madrid.
Literally. The thing with Real Madrid is, even if we look at their form this whole season, it hasn't been the Real Madrid that we're used to. Not saying they're doing poorly. I mean, they just won a trophy, for example.
Exactly.
But in terms of domination, haven't necessarily been doing that.
No.
But the problem with them is you can never underestimate them, ever.
In the Champions League especially, they are the Champions League. They have 14 Champions League titles.
They don't need
some
a
teams,
15th
some
one.
teams don't even have one. So if you can compare
That
the two,
was ugly.
I have a question for you. How are you guys gonna stop Vinny? And please don't say Walker.
Oh, well, he's gonna have to try. He's going to have
He's
to try.
probably your best bet.
That's what I was gonna say. Out of everyone, I feel like Pep will play Walker in that position.
But you won't stop Vinny. Vinny right now is probably,
One of the
alongside
best.
Haaland, the best player in the world.
Now we're literally pairing those two teams together, and I am frightened because I'm still traumatized. PTSD from what happened last season.
Why don't we jump right into our predictions? First leg is at the Santiago Bernabeu, and Real Madrid obviously have home advantage.
Probably going into this game very
But
confident.
they haven't been looking great. They're not the best version of themselves.
Do you know what is making me afraid as well? Is the fact that, like you said, in the league, they haven't been that great this season. I say that, and they're still like third. I mean, again, it's not like they're terrible, but they're not dominating. Which means they're probably gonna put all their focus on another trophy that they can get, which is the Champions League. Even though they don't need another one. They've experienced that euphoria. We need to experience
They're
that.
about to win
But
number 15.
No,
That
man.
is my
I
good luck
really-
number. That is my number. Number 15.
I am
It is
hoping and
happening.
praying. If we ever have a chance, it's now. City are looking really good. They're really informed. They haven't lost their last 20 games. Just let that sink in. And they have been dominating in terms of goals. Their games are usually quite high scoring. If we're speaking predictions, I don't think it's going to be that way in Madrid. I'm hoping for a draw.
If you guys get a draw, that
You
will
see,
be
I'm hoping for a draw so we can go
an
in
amazing
level
result.
to the second leg.
Are you predicting a draw? Are you hoping for
I'm
a draw? Do you think there will be a draw?
I'm hoping for a draw. I'm going to go with a draw. Obviously, I would love City to win. If they were to win, I think it would be a 1-goal advantage. Because again, I also don't see Real Madrid not scoring. I think we'll definitely concede. Like you said, how do you stop Vinny? But I suppose the same
And
question for
Karim.
them is, how do you stop Haaland?
All they need to do is shut the service into Haaland. How do you keep Haaland
know.
quiet? You prevent the ball from getting to him. That's it. Simple
That
as
will
that.
be their strategy for
Because
sure.
Haaland isn't one of the players that can just create something out of nothing. If
He
you
does
stop,
rely on who's around him.
So if you stop him from getting the ball, you stop him from receiving the ball from those kind of
Just
runs,
having this conversation is
giving you
giving me
anxiety.
anxiety.
So you said it's going to be a draw.
That's really what I'm
Okay.
hoping for. That's I'm
So
gonna.
what is the score prediction?
I
Look
think
how
I'm gonna
nervous
go-
she is.
Guys, I can't even. I'm
She's so
exhausted.
nervous.
I'm like, I need this to work out because I just cannot handle that kind of disappointment again. But I think I'm gonna go with 2-2. I'm still backing my boys.
Okay.
I know that this is what they want and that this is what this team deserves. That's my prediction. What is your prediction?
Real Madrid will be winning 3-1. That is my go-to scoreline when I predict, and I strongly believe that at home in the Champions League, after just lifting a trophy, they know what it's like to lift a trophy. They know what to do in these kinds of games. Doesn't matter who they play. They are winning 3-1. They will concede because they've been leaking a lot of goals lately. I think 100% they will concede. If not 3-1, 3-2, but I think they will be winning this game. At the Etihad
I
is
really
another
want
story.
you to be wrong. That's what I was gonna say. Second leg.
That's another story, but we'll talk about that depending on how this
Yes.
first leg goes.
How am I
So,
going to handle this?
feels
I'm
like
just-
another Manchester derby because
It
I
kind of
really
does.
this game is so
You see,
exciting.
it's painful for me because I also support Real Madrid in the Liga. But when it comes to Champions League, this scenario, I don't think it can be any clearer as to who I am backing.
Let's finish this off with a combined 11 that we both agree with, okay? So in goals,
Let's do this.
Courtois,
Or Edison.
Edison. Gotta be Courtois. We have to just move on to the next player. You know there's no debate there. Right back, Carvajal. And let's put Walker there because he'll probably play. Carvajal.
You see, you're just gonna name the entire Real
won't,
Madrid
I
squad.
won't. Let's
Fine.
be honest.
Courtois, Carvajal.
Centre back, let's say Militao versus Diaz. I would put
Guys,
Diaz.
I'm putting Diaz.
I would put Diaz.
please.
Militao's class, but I'd have to put Diaz.
Diaz is like a wall this season, so hoping he brings that thou shall not pass energy.
Kanji with Alaba as the other centre back. Rudiger on the bench, let's say. I gotta say Alaba. Akanji's great.
See, I know.
He's
I'm
great.
trying my hardest not to be biased.
But
because
Alaba's a big man player.
I know.
He knows,
That's the
he
thing.
knows how to do it. So,
That's the thing.
okay, so are we agreeing on that?
It's fine. We can agree on Alaba.
Okay, left back, Kamavinga will most likely
Guys, do
potentially
you
play at
realize
left back.
that player, he's 20 years old.
20 years
and
old and
he
he's
has won
completed football in
Alice.
Spain.
It's
Crazy. Nothing left to win there.
very impressive for him.
So,
Props to him.
Kamavinga, Nathan Ake. I probably would lean towards Nathan Ake.
Yes, 100%.
So-
Okay, I'm glad we can agree on that.
Okay. CDM, Rodri.
Three, yeah, or?
The midfield three will probably be Kroos, Modric, and Valverde.
Oh my god.
Let's say Kroos versus
Rodri.
Rodri.
I know you want to lean towards Kroos, but I want to lean towards Rodri.
This season, to be fair,
So,
Rodri has been
I want to
better.
go with
I'll
Rodri.
give you Rodri. I'll
Thank
give you
you.
Rodri. Let's say Modric and KDB.
How can you do that?
KDB is a great player, but Modric is one of the most underrated players to ever play the game. He
Yes.
is in the debate for one of the greatest midfielders of
Yes,
all time.
100%.
And he's
Definitely
been
not
having
taken
a
away
good
from that.
season. He has the experience. I'm putting Modric.
So you're selling me on Modric. You see, now we're just divided. What are we going to do about that?
Okay, we'll come back to this.
We'll
one.
come back to that one.
Let's put in Valverde
Yeah.
and Bernardo Silva.
Guys, I'm sorry. Bernardo Silva gets into any combined 11 for me.
I love Bernardo Silva, but
But I
right-
know you're going to say Valverde.
Yo, we're just not gonna agree.
Yo, we're
I
not.
don't think this is possible, but I would put Valverde in. I would. Left wing, easy as balls. Vinny versus Grealish. Vinny's in. Grealish has had a great season.
But
Don't get me
we got-
wrong.
there's no...
Vinny
yeah,
gets into any team.
100%.
Right wing, Rodrigo. who
And
scored-
Mahrez.
Rodrigo and Mahrez. Rodrigo scored both goals to now win the Copa del Rey for Real
The
Madrid.
problem with that guy is these last few games he's been doing
And remember what he did.
exceptionally well.
Remember what he did in the Champions League last year. Can't
I-
write him off. Rodrigo is in.
Okay, yes,
You
we're
agree?
gonna have to go. I know. As much as, again, I always say Mahrez is incredibly underrated, but when you go head to head with players like this, currently, I am gonna have to go with
Okay.
Rodrigo.
Okay, Big Benz versus Haaland. Has to be Haaland.
Haaland.
And I love
Haaland,
Benzema,
yo.
but this season, he's
Just-
top scorer in the Champions League, in the Premier League, overall in the top
It has
five
to be
leagues.
Haaland. Can you take a
Gotta be
moment to think about the players that are going up against each other, guys? This is like a battle of the greats. What are your predictions for this game? City fans, are you as nervous as I am?
Of
Or
course
am
they
I
are.
just not? Like, I have belief in my team 100%. It's just who we are playing that stresses me
I
out.
have
But then
to be
again, I was
honest.
also stressed against Bayern Munich. And look at what City managed to do. So I am not underestimating my team either.
I have to say, even as a Madrid fan, having watched both teams this season, if there's ever a chance for City to win the Champions League
got
and
to
to
be
get
now.
past Real Madrid, they are the better team right now. They
So
have
I-
the confidence going into this game as well. They have the form. City can win this. Do I want them to?
We
No.
need to maintain our unbeaten streak at the moment.
One last thing we didn't agree on is KDB or Modric. We're gonna have to just agree to disagree.
We are gonna have to disagree to disagree.
KDB though.
Disagree
think-
to disagree. No, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
I
on
may
that
I
one.
may have to just
Are you
agree
gonna
with you. I might
compromise?
have to compromise with you. Season he has
Currently,
been-
obviously, we're not talking about whole careers. Like, if we look at it as a whole, what Modric
Of course.
has done, the kind of player he is, all of that stuff. No, currently, who would get in? And I am going with KDB, especially because of the KDB,
Okay.
Haaland.
I compromise.
Oh, that was very, very un-Man United of you.
We've
Woo.
given a bit of a combined 11. We've told you our predictions.
Expressed our feelings going into the
Would
game.
you change anything we've said? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, stick around for some more content.
For sure.